Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! Hi girls, thank you so much for joining me this evening. So I get it, there's an alien space probe on its way to Earth to kill us all and blow us all to bejesus. But I have this to say, if there is an alien mothership currently watching this video as we speak on its way to Earth to kill us all, I will forever protect the girls who have subscribed to this YouTube channel. And if I'm going to die, I'm good to go. I'm fine with that, because if I'm going to die with the most supportive girls in the world, the fans of Descendants and Zombies. They have stood in front of me as a shield and protected me against every critic that I have been faced with. Every person who has ever had something negative to say about my videos, these girls have protected me for forever. So if in fact there is an alien mothership on its way to Earth to kill us all, which seems to be pretty accurate from all the stories I've been following online, I'll stand in front of a mothership and take bullets for each and every one of you, and I'll protect you for the rest of my life. Just as I've tried to really bring the Descendants and Zombies franchises to life for each and every one of you, because you deserve to hear something and see something better than what you've been watching on YouTube. And I've tried all my heart to give you that, because I really think you deserve that. Do I think Kylie Cantrell deserves to be crying? No, I don't think Kylie Cantrell deserves to waste her tears on guys that she's been with in relationships that couldn't think the world of her when they perhaps should have. I think, honestly, they should have put Kylie before themselves, and I think that's something they drastically failed at being able to do, because they couldn't see how beautiful of a person Kylie Cantrell was, both on the inside and out. And I say this because I really believed in Kylie Cantrell. I really believed in the power of her dance numbers. I really believed in the power of her lyrics. I really believed in how she supported each and every one of you and was there for you every single time that she had the chance to be there for you. So I think we should all in unison be there for Kylie Cantrell. Kylie Cantrell is a beautiful person. She is incredibly supportive, and she's quite lovely to talk about. I consider it an honor to be able to sit behind this podcast microphone and talk about Kylie Cantrell for as long as I've been able to talk about Kylie Cantrell, and for as long as I've known that she's existed in this world. She's inspired me to run for President of the United States, because I've heard so much criticism about Kylie Cantrell's point of view having found its way into the conversation. I think that her political point of view has no business being in conversations that revolve around Kylie Cantrell's career as the character Red in the franchise Descendants. It is really ridiculous, and I think we really need to leave Kylie Cantrell alone. I say this because I've watched Kylie Cantrell ever since she was 12 years old. I was a huge fan of her show, Hello Kylie. It was a beautiful show. I watched every episode that was uploaded on YouTube before she started posting music videos and songs she was singing and videos of her dancing. She just loved to have a good time, and she loved to just be there for each and every one of you. If she could have been a piece of your heart, she would have been a piece of your heart without even thinking about it. And Kylie Cantrell, she's just a beautiful person. Why can't we just leave her alone? I mean, I've seen so many videos of Kylie Cantrell crying all the time, and I just want Kylie Cantrell to know that she shouldn't waste her tears on idiot guys that she's been with in relationships. She shouldn't waste her tears on things that there's really no point in her wasting tears on that she can't make sense of. I know Kylie is young. She's still trying to figure out her life. I've got a good 20 years on Kylie Cantrell. I'll be 40 next year. But in the 4 decades that I've had the honor of covering Disney and everything that you guys have loved so much, it's really been an honor just to be able to sit behind this podcast microphone and talk about the likes of Kylie Cantrell, talk about the likes of Ruby Rose Turner, talk about the likes of Mila Baker, who I can't forget about because she did a fabulous job on shows like Are You Afraid of the Dark Reboot, one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. I used to watch that show when I was 4 years old back in 1990. I remember the premiere. It was on Halloween night back in 1990, and I was scared to death to watch it, but I watched it because all the characters that were on that show really inspired me to be stronger, really inspired me to really make the most of my own life. And then 25 years later, here comes Mila Baker as a member of the Midnight Society and does such a fabulous job recreating a show that I grew up being such a huge fan of. Thank you so much, Mila, and thank you so much for being a part of this franchise and really inspiring so many people to be stronger and to stand up for what they believe in. You know, I always watch Kylie Cantrell's TikTok videos where she posts herself dancing and having a good time. I love to think that Kylie Cantrell has removed herself from every negative situation and really the negative vibe, because she's been surrounded by a negative vibe for far too long. I mean, she grew up around people who were incredibly supportive of her. Her dad, of course, was a producer. Her mom was a dancer. She grew up in a dance house, so she had the support. But I think that she could have more support from fans instead of just seeing criticism every day of her life. You really got to put yourself in that position, and how would you deal with the criticism if you woke up every day of your life and every time you opened your eyes and you opened up your phone and you Google yourself, you see all these negative reviews. and you're just reduced to tears because of her relationship not working out the way she wanted it to, saying her boyfriend didn't deserve to be talked about. Oh, he'll be talked about one of these days when I'm in a nightclub with Kylie Control and she points him out to me and I vertical suplex him because somehow I've received worldwide popularity for wanting to have vertical suplex Kylie Control's man. I haven't quite got around to doing it, but I would love the opportunity to do it for her because I just hate seeing her cry. I hate seeing Ruby Rose Turner cry too because she's been turned down for roles and she so badly wants to play Rapunzel in the live-action Tangled. Why not make it happen for her? Why did you have to take her out of Descendants, man? Way to bring us all down. If I was the producer and the writer and the creator of Descendants, I would have found something for Ruby to do. You can't tell me that Bridget couldn't have had involvement in present-day Wonderland. Bridget was a beautiful character. I loved hearing that song, Life is Sweeter When You Are, and now they're remaking it with Leomani Segura and Kylie Control's voices. I'm looking forward to seeing if they'll do just as fabulous of a job as what Ruby did with that song, because that was a song that was written for Ruby. That was a song written for Ruby to sing. And there was just something so incredibly satisfying about her voice on that song. You know, I think we should have a chapter in Descendants where Jonathan Clarke gets in a time machine or uses a pocket watch in his own right to go back in time and save Ruby Rose Turner from damnation. I'll fight any dragon, I'll fight any demon to save Ruby Rose Turner from the clutches of hell, and I will bring her back to present-day Wonderland because there's just something so lovely about having Ruby be a part of this franchise. I'm looking forward to being introduced to the character Leomani Segura is going to be portraying. Of course, pink. I love how they're incorporating color schemes into this, pink and red. Two of my favorite colors, mind you. But I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of opportunity will be offered and how she'll really bring this one to life. The Worlds Collide Tour, I loved watching it. I loved hearing Freya Sky's song Gold Is Gone. It was a beautiful song. It was a beautiful performance. I loved how emotional Freya got halfway through the performance because she started crying and she said she was so grateful for the moment to be in the presence of so many wonderful fans. I cried. I really cried. I have to be honest with you. I was reduced to tears and I wished at that moment I could have been in the crowd. I wish I could have been the creative director behind the Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide Tour and just would have had the opportunity to stand in the crowd and just stand back in the shadows and watch Freya Sky's performance and just watch the reactions of all of you. I would have tapped girls on the shoulder. I would have said, are you having a good time? And I would have smiled, and I would have smiled watching Kylie Control and Freya Sky lighting up the crowd and lighting up the performance. There's just something about them being happy that I can't seem to get enough of. And I can't seem to get enough of you guys being happy with all these videos. I can only imagine how excited you are that every day I'm posting a new Descendants and Zombies video for you. And I want you to know that it's an honor. I go out of my way every day to make sure there's a new Descendants and Zombies video uploaded for you. I know I moved into a home near a soda plantation and a chemical plant that could have exploded. But I did it for each and every one of you. I think that you've deserved to see nothing but the best when it comes to Descendants and Zombies videos, which you're not getting. I just recently saw some Descendants and Zombies videos earlier today, and they were so ridiculous. They were horrible. The videos didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. There was no host hosting the show. Very few of these videos actually have somebody hosting their opinion when it comes to Descendants and Zombies. And here's the issue. This is the underlying issue with it all. These girls are crying because of how people feel about them on videos, and there's nobody hosting the show. That's the issue with it. Reveal yourself. Show everybody who you are. Develop a connection and an understanding for the passion that's brought us all together, and go out of your way to say something nice about these girls so they'll stop crying. I mean, Kylie Control is 20 years old. Mila Baker is going to be 20 years old in December, on December 18th. I love them so much, I even know their birthdays. So that'll be a week before Christmas. I will be here to make sure Mila Baker's birthday is remembered, just as I will Dove Cameron's birthday in January, so I invite you to join me for that. And Ruby's birthday, of course, before any of that in October, on October 16th, just before Halloween. I love the time of years these girls were born. But I just hate seeing them cry. And I just want to do something about that. If I have to, I'm seriously thinking about running for president of the United States so Kylie Control can finally have a president that she can be proud of. I mean, Kylie Control is doing a fabulous job performing for the Worlds Collide Tour, bringing the character Red to life, and for it all, she's just seeing all this criticism. I don't like it. We need to stop. And if we're going to say something nice about Kylie Control, if we're going to say anything at all, we really need to say something nice about her, because I don't know for the life of me how people feel or how How can they get away with saying stuff like this? Honestly, I mean, these girls are young; they have their whole life ahead of them, and I just wanted to say, if I was going to say, I knew that if I was going to say anything nice about them, anything at all, I was going to say something nice about them because they deserve to have something nice said about them. I remember watching Ruby when Ruby was 11 years old on a show called Coop and Caviar's the World, and I remember, I remember seeing the show only last 2 seasons, which was quite terrible, honestly, because it was a show that ended long before its time. The same thing about Gabby Duran and the Unsittables. It was a show that ended long before its time. I say this because these girls were incredibly talented, and I love seeing them have fun. I love seeing them put their friendship on display so the whole world knew they were friends, especially Neela Baker and Kylie Contrell's relationship. I know there have been a lot of really uncalled for rumors derived from this about how they're apparently together, how they're apparently having a rumored relationship. I think that is really ridiculous, and apparently there are kids on the outside of my house. I thought the street was deserted. I thought I moved into a house that was haunted. I have to go on the graveyard shift soon, so I have a lot of people I have to protect on this street, apparently. But yeah, I don't know, maybe they're ghosts. We'll have to wait and see what happens when the graveyard shift approaches. It's only a couple hours away, 4 hours to midnight. Hey Google, how many hours until midnight?
There are 3 hours, 29 minutes, and 14 seconds from the 6th at 8 p.m. until the 7th at midnight.
Oh my God. So we've got a couple of hours. It's rapidly approaching. I've got a little while longer on this show. But yeah, I really look forward to the future dates in the Worlds Collide Tour. I know there were 43 arena dates, and every performance seems to be getting better. And the crowd, the attendance is absolutely unbelievable. You guys show up at these Worlds Collide Tours, and that's what I really love about you guys. You show up at the Worlds Collide Tour, and you show up to have fun. I've seen a lot of the performances on YouTube, and I've seen you guys just having the time of your life, and that's what I love about you guys. You show up at the Worlds Collide Tour, you have fun, you don't care what anybody thinks of you, and you've been incredibly supportive of this YouTube channel, which I can't thank you enough for. My heart goes out to every single person who ever subscribed to this YouTube channel. Because when I first moved into this house, all I ever wanted to do was create a YouTube channel to spread a message of kindness. Because I felt as if the kindness was never seen enough in this world. The words I love you weren't said enough. And I thought it would be cool to create a YouTube channel, a TV station, if you would, where there would always be a Descendants or Zombies video uploaded for you. Because I think that a lot of YouTube creators promised you Descendants and Zombies videos, but they never did follow through with what they promised, and that really irked me. It really upset me because I know there are millions of girls on YouTube who are fans of Descendants and Zombies who even have yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel because they haven't seen these videos yet. But I like to believe that there are going to be a lot of people subscribed because of this video and videos in the future, and I just wanted to give you a Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel that you knew that at least once a day there will be at least one video uploaded on this YouTube channel for you, as opposed to having to wait 3 weeks to a month to a year to 2 years for a video. I mean, I saw a YouTube channel earlier today that was themed around Descendants or Zombies with only 4 videos uploaded on it in the period of a year. 4 videos is all they created and put out there for you. I want to put out hundreds of these videos, and that means remembering every moment in Descendants history, remembering the stars' birthdays, taking a look at the performances. We've still got a long way to go, and I just want to be a part of every moment of Descendants with each and every one of you, because all of these moments, in one way or another, have meant so much to me. This Worlds Collide Tour, when I first heard the announcement about it, it was last year, and I was so excited about it. I was going through a little bit of a rough time. I was hoping to have all my videos back online for you before the Worlds Collide Tour kicked off, and I was fortunate enough to be able to come back, but what brought me back was each and every one of you. If not for you, I know for a fact I wouldn't be here. This is an incredible opportunity. I was riding my horse through the forests of Oregon one night. You girls, after I got off my horse, embraced me with hugs. You took me to Oregon Prep. You took me to the land of Oregon, and I've stayed there ever since. And to be honest with you guys, I've never wanted to leave. I've honestly never wanted to leave. I know that I say a lot of crazy things about and tell a lot of crazy stories about how I lived across the road from a vampire, dated a lot of girls who thought they were vampires, and lived with a guy who I contemplated shooting because I thought he was a real-life werewolf. And you haven't lived until you live with a guy who opens up his window every night at midnight and howls at the moon. I have no idea where he is. I've heard reports that apparently he's dead. Because it's been years that perhaps somebody shot him and finally figured out he was a werewolf. I don't know. But I have heard reports that he's dead, and I have no idea where all the girls who thought they were vampires I was dating ended up. But yeah, Never get involved with vampires and wanting to, hunt vampires. It's quite challenging, and never gets easy every night. And come to think of it, I have ran out of protein bars that give me energy. I ate the last protein bar last night because I have this fear of my legacy being forgotten about and having no other choice but to work in a noodle shop 5 minutes up the road. It's called Chinatown. They are currently hiring, and I don't want to have to live the life of Kung Fu Panda and have to apply for a job at a noodle shop, because I just much prefer to stay home and be a full-time YouTube creator and create videos about Ruby and Kylie and Malia, because they're just quite lovely to talk about, and I understand how much they mean to each and every one of you. So if you could spare me the pain of having to work in a noodle shop for the rest of my life, I would love you forever, honestly. I don't know, there's nothing else that I would rather want to do than just sit behind this podcast microphone for the rest of my life and talk about Descendants and Zombies. I first got into podcasting when I was 13 years old, and I've just always I've always been admiring Disney all of my life. I've just wanted to fall into a niche ever since I was 13 years old that would love me forever. And I know now that this niche is going to love me forever. No matter what my opinion is, you're going to love me forever. And this is a niche that I want to talk about for the rest of my life. It means so much to me. You have been incredibly supportive of me. I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. And this is the most fun that I've had in my entire life. There have been girls that I've been with in relationships that could never make sense of why I was so incredibly supportive of this niche. And I've been involved in a lot of crazy situations in my life. I mentioned I lived with a guy who thought he was a werewolf. I contemplated shooting him. Then I thought my next door neighbor was a vampire. On nights like this, I thought he was going to come in through my window, suck my blood, kill me because he was a cop. And then his wife was a nurse, and they had a lot of refrigerators down in their basement. They had this gothic vibe inside of their home, and I seriously thought about gassing the place, but I never got around to doing it because I wanted to pull a Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I've had a lot of crazy stuff happen to me in my life. But I've always had each and every one of you who have loved me so much. And I honestly, I want to put this out there to each and every one of you. No matter how much criticism Descendants and Zombies receives, you will always have me to support Descendants and Zombies and how you feel about it. And I want you to know that I understand how much it means to you to be incredibly supportive of this niche. I have seen fans on Facebook with every piece of Descendants and Zombies merchandise that is available to have, and they have gone out of their way to find all of this merchandise and purchase it just to say that they were a part of the Descendants and Zombies experience. And I know there are a lot of families out there that sacrificed a lot this year to attend the Worlds Collide Tour because they wanted their child to experience this and have a whole lot of fun. I know there are people who gave tickets for the Worlds Collide Tour to their children for Christmas, and I think that is unbelievable. That is an admirable quality. And I say this because all of my life, all I've ever wanted to do is have a child of my own, a little girl of my own who would have loved Descendants or Zombies, and I never had the opportunity to have one. But I just want to say this, that if I would have had a little girl, I would have sacrificed everything just to give her tickets for her birthday, to the Worlds Collide Tour, or to Christmas, just so she could experience it just like all of you. I never had the opportunity to have a girl of my own, but I know that I have all of you subscribed to this YouTube channel, so that kind of makes up for it. More times when I felt like I had nobody, I had each and every one of you. I looked forward to creating this podcast and creating something special for each and every one of you. And each and every one of you have loved this podcast from the very first video that was ever uploaded and put together. And I just want to say thank you so much for having been so incredibly supportive of me and how much I've believed in these franchises, because all I've ever wanted to do is bring these franchises to life for you in a way that nobody else could. And as far as I'm concerned, I may only have just under 3,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I'm far from Mr. Beast with 416 million subscribers, because all he does is jump out of airplanes and shit. And, not to say that I wouldn't jump out of an airplane. If I get like 416 million subscribers, I will think about jumping out of an airplane. I've always wanted to live the Indiana Jones experience, or the Tom Cruise life, and be dangling from a helicopter for my life. If I dangled from a catwalk one time while I was trying to fix a stage light for the Phantom of the Opera production, it ended up being Phantom of the Opera, and escaped instantaneous death, I suppose I could dangle from a helicopter for you girls for zombies. I could go out of my way to do that. We're going to be watching a reaction video here momentarily, a teaser for an upcoming Worlds Collide tour, a couple of the dates, 43 arena dates. Some of them are still out there, and there are tickets still available for this. I love creating reaction videos for each and every one of you. It means so much to me, and if you could go out of your way to hit my subscribe button, I would forever love you. I honestly would, because I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. I'd probably just be somewhere tonight I didn't want to be, probably out on some date. Some girl will be texting me, hitting my like button, hitting my subscribe button, and then my girlfriend who I was dating probably would look up my phone, say, what the hell is this, and leave me at the dinner table with a huge check to pay. So I just want to say thank you so much for each and every one of you for just being here, being incredibly supportive of me and incredibly supportive of this YouTube channel, because you're the reason why this YouTube channel exists. I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. It's an honor to be here. I don't care who comes into my life, whoever I date. You girls can always hit my subscribe button, hit my like button, because I know that you're incredibly supportive of me and you love Descendants and Zombies so much, and I just love creating these reaction videos for you. It is truly unbelievable how amazing each and every one of you are. It really is. Thank you so much for showing me all the love and support you have, and showing this YouTube channel. As far as I'm concerned, this is the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel in the entire universe. If not the universe, the galaxy. Thank you so much to the moon and back for all the love and support you've shown this YouTube channel, because we all look at the same moon tonight, and wherever you are, just know that everything is going to be okay. Having said that, give me a second to switch over to OBS Studio, and we will watch this reaction video together just as fast as you can snap your fingers. I must say, I love how much passion people like Kylie Cantrell, Freya Sky, and Mila Baker put behind their performances for all of you, and you show up with just as much passion in the crowd. I've seen this from all the videos I've watched on YouTube and had the honor of reviewing about the Worlds Collide Tour. This has been an experience that I will never ever forget. I keep going back to Freya Sky's performance of Gold Is Gone, and just how proud she was to be in front of all of you performing that song, and how much of an honor it was for her to be in all of your presence. And that really just goes to show just how much she loves each and every one of you, and I think we could return that same amount of love to people like Kylie and Freya, who can't seem to get enough of it. Guys, thank you so much for all the love and support you have shown this YouTube channel. I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. You will forever and always hold a special place in my heart. Just know that. As we watch this reaction video together of the Worlds Collide Tour, with tickets on sale now for some upcoming tour dates, 43 in total, and still many more to come.
Disney's Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide Concert Tour.
I love that opening. There's Kylie.
The music event is here.
Which sure is here, and it showed up in a big way.
Come celebrate the hit songs from Descendants and Zombies movies.
I love how they combine the two franchises too. It makes it that much more special.
Starring Kylie Cantrell, Freya Sky,
Here she is,
Maria
Kylie,
Baker,
Freya.
Malachi Barton, Dara Renee, Joshua Colley, and McConnon Knife. Disney's Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide Concert Tour. Tickets on sale now. Disney's Descendants and...
That was absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure all of you have got your tickets for the Worlds Collide Tour. At least I hope that you have your tickets for the Worlds Collide Tour. 43 arena dates in total. That's a lot of performing. I don't even think Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers had that many tour dates for the Hannah Montana Jonas Brothers Worlds Collide Tour, Best of Both Worlds Tour in 2008. I remember covering that, and that was so much fun. But I think this is really the highlight of my life and one of the greatest experiences of me being a Disney fan. So I just want to say, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to do that, because I have a lot of great videos and a lot of fun stuff to discuss that are up and coming on this YouTube channel. So if you have not subscribed, you're probably going to want to do that and tell your friends about it. This is an experience and an honor that I will never ever forget. Give me a moment to switch back over to the other program, and we will close this thing out as always with a few final thoughts. I love creating these videos for each and every one of you. With me, what you see is what you get, and there is no place in the world I would rather be tonight than sitting behind this podcast microphone, having the honor to review Descendants and Zombies, produce reaction trailers for you, talk about the future of the two franchises, because there is a future, and it is looking very bright and it's filled with a lot of promise. I know there are a lot of people on YouTube that will discourage your hopes about there being a new Zombies or a new Descendants movie for the franchise, but there will be a new chapter every single time that you doubt yourself. All I want you to do is just think of me and how I have this fear. I really do have this fear that my legacy is going to be forgotten, but I know now more than I ever have that my legacy will live on eternally in all of your hearts for how many people love these videos. So every single time that you feel as if you're being let down, your hopes are being discouraged about there being a new chapter for Descendants or Zombies, just think of me and allow me to have a special place and hold that special place in your heart for forever. And just know that everything is going to be okay. I will always be here every single day of my life to help you make sense of Descendants and Zombies and the future of the franchise, because I think this is really beautiful. This is incredible and one of the greatest honors that I've ever had in my life. So every single time you feel down on your luck or down on your hopes or feel discouraged, just think of me, and I'll always be here. I'll always be around, come around to help you make sense of the Descendants and Zombies franchise just as fast as you can snap your fingers, because this really is an honor for me. I hope you can allow me to be the voice of Descendants and Zombies for just a little while longer, because I really do love this so much, and honestly I don't know where else I'd rather be in the world tonight than forever and always holding a special place in your heart. Just know this, we look at the same moon every single night, and somewhere in those stars are written the words I love you. It may have to look a little bit harder than other people to find them, but trust me, those words are written in there, and it's really an honor for me to just know who you are and for us to share in the same passion, a passion that has brought us all together, the passion of Descendants and Zombies. Have the time of your life at the upcoming tour dates for the Worlds Collide Tour, Descendants and Zombies coming together on stage for the first time ever in your lives. God love you all. You will forever and always hold a special place in my heart. We will do this again tomorrow. I will be back all day tomorrow with a video tomorrow morning, throughout the afternoon, into the evening, and tomorrow night. I hope you can join me for it. Just know this, there is never enough kindness seen in this world. The words I love you are never said enough. God knows I've never heard them enough in my life, but I have each and every one of you to spread that message of kindness, to help me spread that message of kindness that I think is never seen enough or heard enough in somebody's life who really does need some kindness seen every single day of their life, even if they don't admit it to you. So you can help make a difference and just be kind to each other and help us all make sense out of this life, because you don't know how far kindness can go until you really just sit back and put it into perspective and spread your own message of kindness. Having said that, I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Be safe, be kind to one another. Bye, YouTube. We will do this again tomorrow morning. So long for now. Life is sweeter when all of us are.